Howdy folks, my name is Casey, and today on the Man Cave, we're going to take a look at this guitar. It's a Fender 66. Let's have a look. Alright, so yeah, it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos. I've been a very busy boy at work, so I haven't had a lot of time for these. But this weekend I got up and I was taking pictures of some things and putting some stuff on Craigslist. I had a bunch of old pedals and a few old guitars that I'm not really playing, so, let's get rid of them. And then I started eyeing this guitar, and honestly, I haven't been playing this guitar a lot lately. And so I started thinking, maybe I should get rid of this. And so I picked it up, and then I remembered how much I love the way the neck feels on this thing. It has a wonderful feeling neck. And also, it's got a really spanky sound. And so, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of this one or not. I have a hard time letting go, but this one really kind of is a special guitar. So let me tell you a little bit about the specs of this and what it's about. So this is the Fender 66. The Fender 66 was part of Fender's Alternate Reality series that they did a few years back, where they take these guitars, they're kind of mashups. Like they take, features from a Telecaster and features from a Jazzmaster and mix it all together, right? Stuff like that. So on this one, they took the body shape of a jazz bass, and the body here is made out of ash too, which is kind of cool because ash is getting to be more and more rare. But yeah, it has this jazz bass shaped body, which is slightly offset. So it kind of has a Strat shape, but it also kind of has an offset sort of Jazzmaster kind of look to it. So that's pretty cool. But check out the pickup configuration on it. You don't see a pickup configuration like this very often. So what it's got going on are it's got two Telecaster pickups and then a humbucker. So it's an HSS, but the single coils are Tele pickups. In fact, they're the Alnico 5 Player Series pickups from their Teles. And it's also got the Player Series Alnico 2 humbucker. It's got a 6-point trim like you would have seen on the old Mexican Strats. 5-way switch, master tone, master volume. Maple neck. It's the modern C profile that you find pretty much all Fender Strats and things like that have this same profile these days. One thing though that I think sets this neck apart, and the reason that I like it, and I didn't even know this is why I like the neck. I had to sort of do a little research. I was like, why does this neck feel so good to me? Like, it feels the same shape as my Strat, from the American professional Strat that I have. But somehow it was different. And it's the fret wire. So I didn't realize it, but this has the medium jumbo fret wire on it, whereas the American Professional series has the narrow tall frets on it. And, I think I play with a bit of a heavy hand. I know it's a bad habit, but when you play with a heavy hand, having shorter fret wire makes it easier to press the string down so that when you fret, the string touches the wood. And I know you're not supposed to do that necessarily, but that's just the way I am. So anyway, when I'm playing chords, this thing feels really nice for playing chords, but it also seems perfectly fine for doing leads, I just had a rehearsal today and I was playing leads just fine, and bends. So maybe for me, having the taller fret wire is not such a big deal. I kind of thought that's what, you're supposed to have, but I like this, I think. So that's kind of cool to learn about myself. So the radius here is 9.5 inches, and it's got 22 frets. It's got the vintage style tuners too, which I like. I like those vintage style tuners because it's so easy to change the strings on them. They're almost as easy to change strings on as locking tuners. So anyway, yeah, this guitar has a really spanky sound, and so whenever I look at it and I think about how it sounds, it just makes me want to play country music. When I first started playing guitar, I was taking lessons from this old dude who he played like Chet Atkins sort of, chicken picking sort of stuff. And so for lessons, he was always making me play these old country songs. I had this book that I played out of some old Mel Bay, like country guitar picking something. I can't remember what it was called, but so that sort of style of playing got down in my bones a little bit. Now I don't really play a lot of country in my regular playing, but still, I think it's part of me because that's how I first learned how to play. So I think what I'm going to do as I demo this is I'm going to do like some country stuff just to get that sort of twangy sort of spanky sound out of this guitar. So let's check it out. All right, just a few words about the pedal chain here. So I'm going into the ODR1 with just a little bit of drive, just to get a little dirt, into the Iridium by Strymon, which is an amp and cab simulator, and I'm using the Vox simulator here. And then got the NuX Atlantic with a little bit of reverb on. All right, so that's my demo of the Fender 66. And so final thoughts here. Yeah, this thing has a lot of spank to it. It plays really nicely. I really like it. In fact, this guitar is really inspiring me to start learning some more country tunes and try to work that into our band's repertoire. You know, I really love the versatility on this. When I had it on the Humbucker, you know, you can play modern style music, but man, you put it up on that neck, which is really just the bridge pickup from a Telecaster, and it has that really, you know, trebly, spanky sound that you want from a Telecaster. And the in-between positions too are very much like a Strat, you know, that they get that quacky sort of sound. I really like the quacky sound in the bridge and middle pickup in between position. And that was really cool. So anyway, very versatile guitar, has a lot of good sounds on tap. The neck feels really good to my hand. And anyway, I think this is a keeper. So that's all I've got to say about this guitar for now. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again soon. Bye now.